No, nothing unhinged today. No, we're just.
I got nothing.
We're behaving, okay?
We were just
Honestly,
talking about Marvel Rivals.
we were just
And
talking
how we're
about
gonna queue up on break.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Just I
I'm
was
gonna get a win
expecting,
in real quick.
and this is why I'm not allowed within 100 feet of a school or something like that. Was gonna be what
Nothing
someone was gonna say.
nothing
That's
unhinged today.
unhinged.
No. That is
We were just-
not what was said at all.
We
That's
were
just
just talking
another
about.
day.
We were just talking about how Thing was about to be all bricked up next season.
Oh yeah.
It's true. It's true with
You
that
know
My
what
buff.
time
thing
it
is
is.
From Craig.
always bricked up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ignite Recall, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, or whenever you're watching, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope that this show makes things a little bit better. If this is your first time here, welcome. I would love it if you would follow the stream, Twitch, YouTube, or whichever platform you are consuming. And please join our Discord, discord.gg/MagicRPG. It is the best place you can find out what is going on with us. Someone help me out. Is Warhammer on or off this week?
Craig.
It's off?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When are you back?
3 of the players won't be there. Next week.
Next
The
week?
Next week.
Next
Next
week.
week.
Next week.
Yeah.
And that's
'cause you
the
should be
finale,
back.
yeah? Season finale?
Yes.
Slay.
Speaking
I'm
of next
cheating.
week,
Yeah,
we are
speaking
also
of that.
off next week.
But
We have a few people missing, so we're going to be off next week, but then back again the week
next.
after. Yeah, that'll be good. And if you would like to support the starving artists that help support us, including starving artists to be who are going to help us on new shows that we're launching soon, you can give us a donation, exclamation point, Ignite tips. Will give you all of the incentives and ways you can help our wonderful band of misfits defeat evil and conquer the galaxy. Wait, save the galaxy. Are you all conquering or saving the galaxy now?
Warhammer is conquering.
I don't know.
Saving.
Depends.
Saving.
Who's asking?
It's
Through
not
conquering.
conquering when you're the one doing it.
Exactly.
Depends how we write the history books.
You will bring
Yeah.
peace, justice, and security to your new empire.
Your
Yeah,
new
my
empire.
new
Empire.
Your new empire.
I will do what I must.
You can help out. I saw someone dropped a tip while we were booting up, but I didn't.
Danke.
I missed
you.
like if there was anything attached to it, so I'm gonna check that while I'm going through the
You
opening and
will
everything.
try.
But if there was any, if there was anything attached to that, whoever you were, magical, wonderful benefactor, just let me know and we'll get it taken care of. I think the thing was we ignite on your recall or something like that, which I approve comments like that, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
I'll go
Yeah.
on mode.
How are you all doing tonight? Everyone having a good night?
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So far, yeah.
It's about to get
Yeah, why are you
better.
It's about to get
setting us up?
Oh,
better.
Q, what's up?
Playing
Yes,
games with
she
friends.
ignite on my recall till I scum and
Like
villainy.
Scum and Villainy.
That is good.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
that's
good.
Yes, real.
I like that one. Well done.
Preach.
Preach.
I'll show you villainy, baby.
All right.
Ooh.
Got 'em.
Let us.
Oh, blue villain
Uh,
arc when?
I will ban all.
No,
of you.
no blue villain arc. No more villain
It's
arcs.
time to be evil
It's too.
again.
It's too late in the show for there to be villain arcs.
Yeah,
Okay,
that'd
it's
be
only
crazy.
hero arcs from now on. Okay. All right, let's do it.
Oh.
Look, we
I
can't
love killing
just-
Chris in
We
games.
can't keep killing Chris's characters, everyone. Okay?
Why not?
That's
There's
just-
Why
no
not?
rule
How many
against
times
that.
have I killed a Chris character?
it's
There's
not-
no rules.
Twice.
That's not how it works. Okay, I'm sorry. Last time, you all had a nice quiet moment away. There was some very cute and wholesome and then thirsty couple conversations that happened. And then the other group plunged themselves into a giant crevasse in a toxic planet looking for a forbidden magical or artifact.
Romantic.
Almost died several times, and then poor Momobee lost power.
I will
Yeah.
try. I will try
but-
not to tonight.
It's you can't really control that, you know, but we don't hold it against you. But you were able to secure the artifact and then had an ominous warning from an unknown enemy. He was a little spoopy. At least I think he was a little spoopy.
Definitely.
Pink, in her wisdom, is not here, IRL, but also in game, as Pink has decided to run decoy on this new enemy and hoping to lead the artifact away from the rest of you, at least temporarily, and is laying low in the sector. Not very far, but hoping to do some misdirection. We'll
So does
see if-
she have the artifact?
Yes, she has the artifact currently. Where exactly she is, we'll cover when Mandy is back. But don't worry, I'm not going to kill someone off screen. That would be heartless and cruel and evil. And I don't.
Sounds like you're
do
gonna kill
these
someone off
things.
screen.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sounds
I've done
exactly
it-
like what
I've
you
done
would
it
say.
so many times that I'm just always killing people off screen. But it has been a while since we checked
Been a
in
while.
on. Yeah, it's been a while. Since
been a
we
while.
have checked on Blue and Indigo, who were the home team this time around. What have you all been up to while the rest have been doing their best Indiana Jones, Uncharted, Tomb Raider impression across the solar system?
What have we been doing?
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, they're playing a little Texas Hold'em.
Leon's been cleaning the table.
Yeah. He's won at least 5 cred.
Yeah.
Dang, off of you? Let me
Off
just,
me.
Big money.
let me
Alone.
just adjust the sheets really quick.
Yeah.
No,
Of you?
getting some much needed R&R on your way back to your secret hideout.
Yes. As they deserve.
Who's dealer?
Peter.
Peter. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Speeder's a neutral party.
Yeah.
That and they are really good at counting cards, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
And shuffling.
when you're a machine, you're probably
And
good
cutting
at
cards.
both of those things.
Fine.
as we're at the table. Captain, though as much as I love Leon taking all of our money, I do have something that I might need to have a conversation with you about.
Of a poker game?
I mean, where else to talk about pivotal information that could affect the entire galaxy?
As long as it's not a distraction technique. Sure.
No. His hands ass. Okay. How so Victor, you got a lot of credits, right? On him? Like on his person?
She looks at him.
I mean, a decent amount. I'm not planning on opening my own bank anytime soon.
I would advise against that.
What are you getting at?
What
So-
are you getting at?
Looks to Speeder.
Speeder clears her throat. I do believe that you should be the one to have this little revelation, my dear.
No, I know. I just needed your assuring gaze before I give out this information.
Well, you're gonna have to tell them eventually.
Yes. So, our friend from the ether has a
Yes.
plan that could even the playing field for a lot of folks in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
They very, very helpful plan. And the more information that you have now, the better odds of you being more equipped for said plan.
All right. Which is
The deletion of all credits throughout the galaxy.
what?
Okay, so the currency itself and how the rich have a little bit more than the not haves. Imagine if everybody got to start back at 0.
I see.
Everyone.
Everyone. That means us
That
as
also
well.
includes us, yes.
Victor is losing his mind.
Oh God. I'm sorry. How is that even
So-
possible?
Creating a virus in which it could proceed to replicate itself and recreate itself to the point of being able to delete said balances, debts, stocks throughout the entire galaxy without a worry of being counted. In order to do so, you would need a regenerative source of energy.
Oh. Like green.
No, you would just need to know how to make something like green.
Which you already know.
As well as a few others.
I like the idea, but consider how are we supposed to fund a revolution if you bankrupt all of us?
Well, the idea is we spend everything that we have before said plan goes into fruition.
I think you're going to give him an aneurysm. And I
No,
need him to
'cause-
stay alive.
Oh God. Oh.
Everything he has.
Of everything we have in total. And mind you, if the source works the way that it's supposed to, then the use of currency won't be as much of a need throughout said galaxy.
Uh-huh. Why would we not just Robin Hood this shit?
Well, how are you gonna Robin Hood this shit if there's no one to rob?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Speeder chiming in. It's a crazy plan. I like, in principle, knocking out the hegemonies, funding, erasing digital records of currency, and maybe giving a little tip off that people need to liquidate their assets into physical hard currency or physical assets before we flip the switch. But,
Yes.
darling, there's still the matter of billions of people maybe dying in a complete cataclysmic economic collapse to take into consideration?
Yes, I've also taken that into consideration. Been feeding information via the blogs and whatnot, being able to take care of themselves and then bring their own planets to a source of optimization in which you can only get this resource here. And then there's more of a trade between said planets.
Do you
Everyone's
want a
giving me a funny face right now. And I need y'all
bartering?
to.
I think you have the right idea, but you may be going a little too extreme. But I like the idea.
Wait, you're
Good.
okay with this?
I more would want to even the playing field, but I would just redistribute the wealth to everyone.
I mean, wealth is one of the things that keeps the hegemony in power. Is a very large portion of that foundation. If you can't pay all these folks that you have willing to do these terrible things, knowing that they're going to get paid at the end of the day, they're less likely to follow you blindly.
You see Victor stand up from the table that you're all sitting at, walk over to a cabinet, grab a bottle, take the cork out with his
This
teeth,
man is losing it.
and start drinking from the bottle.
His business is money, to be fair.
I think his business is more conversations.
What if we enact this in stages? Why don't we just bankrupt the hegemony?
Oh, I understand. You thought that I was a villain monologuing. No, this is already in the process.
What?
Indigo. You're joking.
I'm one of the most intelligent people in the galaxy for a reason. I wouldn't just tell you the plan with it not already in process.
Oh.
What do I sound like, a Saturday morning villain?
Oh.
goodness.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
How
Dying.
how is that even even if you wanted to do that, how could you have a virus powerful enough to infiltrate the Guild of Engineers, the Counters Guild, the Church of Stellar Flame, Gemini itself, even for a intelligent computer genius inventor of sentient unlimited renewing energy design something to do that?
Well, I'd need some help.
Speeder would speak up. Vorax,
Yes.
Vorax seems to have a little vendetta against the Counters Guild. And he made a deal to give us a heads up in exchange for the designs to... They kind of look down. The source.
And then they gave me the information to get to y'all, thankfully.
So this person has the design plans for the source.
Correct.
And what do you think they're going to do with that?
Not a think. I know that they're going to create said virus that is going to delete all currency throughout the galaxy.
Victor slides the bottle over to Blue.
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna lose my shit now. She will have a drink. You might want to liquidate your assets, dear.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're heading towards a planet that I can do this at. So, what if we just unplug from the network? Just unplug from the network, and then you can't be infected by the virus, right?
So hold on to said assets.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they're actual assets, you should be completely fine. But if you're saying that all of your items are on your person, yeah, I believe you'd be in less of a situation. But if they're within the system as of right now, that's every second that Vorax has that information at hand.
Oh, dear God. Honey, I believe...
She looks at him. Just because she doesn't know. Is that bad?
Telling your friends you ruined all of their future.
I believe we're going
Finance.
to need to speed up the ship, darling, and get home in a hurry before we lose the war chest we've cultivated over the last several years.
Victor's
Oh,
like,
Captain,
it's
that
only my
reminds me."
life's work.
Captain, that reminds me, you should probably tell your our mutual friend, Frank.
Which
Emma's characters?
Emma's character, yes.
Athena Mari?
Yes, Athene. Yeah.
Okay.
You should probably tell them the same. Buy whatever they can, quickly as possible. Make sure that they can get their hands on it before whoever's delivering it decides better
Not
to
to.
be on their hands.
Okay, I will let her know. And I will go speed up the ship. I'm taking
Oh,
it
I
off
can do
of
the same.
autopilot.
Oh, damn it. Well, I guess 2 5s wasn't strong enough, Leon, huh? He just drops like 2 credits to Leon.
Leon, you might be the wealthiest person in this room right now, Leon. Flipped.
And you see Leon grab a hand show Full House.
Oh my god, Leon's smoking us.
Dude, he can't be stopped.
And we skip across the galaxy to red and green, coming back to the hideout. What are you all talking about while this is going on?
So, did you have a plan after you jumped off that cliff the first time, or did you kind of just wing it?
I had faith.
Faith isn't a plan. Faith is the anticipation your plan will work.
Faith is a plan. The way is a plan. We don't always understand it, but it's a feeling you have that everything's going to be all right. And you can take those leaps.
I got the distinct impression that works better for you than anyone else.
You just have to believe.
So, the distinct faith from the way told you that jumping off the cliff into an actively volcanic chamber to grab an artifact that most likely could have liquidated you on contact and the opposite of entire sublimation instantaneously, you could have fucking just gone, and you took that on faith.
It worked out, didn't it?
I want you to understand that I never once doubt it will work out. I just fucking hate how it does every time. If I had a heart, an actual working heart, I don't think it would be working no more. I think it would have had a heart attack like 5 of these plans ago.
Red leans over and hugs, Green. I really do appreciate your concern.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, you're my best friend, all right? You're my best fucking friend. And we've watched some crazy ass fucking movies together, all right? They're amazing. They're fucking amazing, all right? I found one that I want to watch next, all right? It's called Riccio, but that's beside the point. My
Oh,
girl is currently who knows where in this system, doing who knows what with an artifact to keep it hidden from yet another fucking mystic who wants to grab these doohickeys to do whatever. Do we know what this guy wants?
I think he wants all the artifacts and wants us dead.
Grand. Fucking incredible. You know what I want? I want my girlfriend home because I just bought a house.
And you approved her plan. I said it should stay with me. I know you're between a rock and a hard. I get it. You know, when your girl's saying something, you gotta back her up.
See, yeah, no, you get it. You get it. So
Look,
like,
we'll figure. You know how I believe it'll work out. I have that same feeling and belief it'll work out.
and you see, it's you saying shit like that that gives me the distinct impression that it will.
It'll be okay. Pink will be okay. We'll all be okay.
Yeah, we'll all be okay. We just gotta get home. We get home, and with the anticipated faith that the stupidest shit that could have been done by anyone in this rebellion was done by us.
You know, you say that, and I have a distinct feeling there's something stupider someone's done.
I don't like that. Anyway, and he's gonna reach behind the bar counter and he pulls out like a full bottle of brandy. Just all right. I'm starting on the rocks. You want anything?
Can you even get drunk?
No, I can't. But I'm also driving, so that's why.
No, I need to stay connected. Alcohol dulls the senses, you know.
So wait, have you just never had a drink?
Well, not recently.
Damn.
Not since
Well,
I
not
kind of
since-
pledged myself to the way and making sure it stays balanced.
How recent is recent? Like, is this say when you took your vow as a mystic recent or recent revelation recent?
Did you notice the costume change? Or
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you just decided that casual Fridays was a good thing every day, and it works for you. It really does. But like,
it is more comfortable, and I'm not just cosplaying, you know, as Misa as well. I know we kind of match, which is a little goofy, but
well, no, it's not goofy. It's cute. If they still had those expo things or whatever, I bet you two would win every single prize. She got
I
like
think
this. I don't know if you ever seen this. I saw this TV show. For whatever reason, it made me think I'd seen this before, like all of our lives before. But I think they were ripping us off. All right, it's called the fucking Clone Wars. That Ventress lady. Nah, that's his.
That's a classic. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? My memories were wiped, but I remember all the movies and shows I watched. It's like it was selective.
Somehow I like to think that it's just a critical part of your life.
Maybe it is my true love, you know, and an integral part of me.
Or maybe it's just the way telling you have to remember this.
There's, you know, there's lessons. There's lessons in all those movies and all those things. So
I have faith that the way's got a sense of humor.
it most definitely does.
Yeah.
And you just gotta believe. I'm telling you, everything's gonna be all right.
I want you to know that I'm putting a big ass TV in this house that I bought. Fucking fantastic. It's an apartment, granted apartment, but there's gonna be a big TV. Full
Surround
entertainment. Surround sound entertainment system. You got the whole digs. The whole digs.
You know, I'm gonna be visiting. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be visiting.
Hopefully, I don't annoy Pink too much.
Listen. You're not gonna annoy Pink, cause like on the days you come over, she can have like a shopping spree. She'll take my card and she'll do whatever. You know, like come on.
Maybe I'll set up a little mystic hideout nearby We can be neighbors.
Now we're talking. But like, are you gonna have his Misa move in there with you, or are you gonna be doing like a solo thing?
Who knows with this Misa, you know?
Man. But like, she loves you, right? So
I know sometimes I don't know if that's enough for her.
you don't think love's enough for her?
It's enough for me. I don't know, you know. She's a free spirit.
She's a very free spirit. That's one way you could put her. And I will admit, I do find it a little bit odd that the lady who's attempted to kill each one of us multiple times on multiple occasions is your one and only, which, you know what, granted, without neither condemning nor condoning, I get it. But at the same time, still, you gotta look at that and go, huh?
Didn't you say the way has a sense of humor?
Yeah, it does have a sense. Oh, right. Hey. There, he's using it against me.
I do love you, buddy.
Yeah, I love you too, Red Hot.
What do you think Indigo and Blue are up to?
Probably some sort of financial nitty gritty in terms of adapting all the technology we stole and repurposing it. Like, we gotta get a whole factory up and running again, either in a ship or on a whole new planet, right?
Yeah.
Some
I
level
hope
of.
that'd be nice if it was figured out when we got back.
Listen, he's a smart guy. If he hasn't figured that out, he's figured something else brilliant out, right?
And,
Fade to black.
Fade to black on that one.
My son is so wise.
And we skip ahead to landing back in. Why can I never remember the name of your hideout's planet?
Amaranth.
Amareth. And land on Amareth. And yeah, this is.
Did I break you, Frank? I'm so sorry.
No. I'm distracted. I'm having a side conversation that I don't want to say just in case I can manifest destiny. But yes, you did break me. You get back home. I am going to. Oh, I already have a clock for this. Migrate factory equipment to HQ. I have a 12 ticker. So you all can work on that during downtime, and that's going to be setting up all the equipment to start printing out Urbots from the Urbot cores. Do I have this shared with you all? I think I do.
I don't see it.
No, I don't. Okay, added it. In addition to that, I just did some rolls for duplication of the source, which was completed, and also I'll redo that for you, Indigo, but also for the clock called Bye Bye Money, which is still in progress. I actually just rolled for all of this. Vorex rolled very badly, so you all got more time than I thought you would otherwise have to figure this out.
Has Borax been rolling since I gave him the schematic?
Yes, in episode 1, I just rolled for all 4 episodes that we've had.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But you all can see that tick down. I'm going to do it each time Vorex gets a downtime activity, so you, the players, can see the impending doom of money going bye-bye. But you also have to have some time to liquidate assets if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, green and red, you're on your way back. Blue and indigo, you have some time before they get back, and you are now back to HQ in Amareth. So you have some downtimes you could do. You've got a lot of free play you could do. I'm going to hand you the keys to the kingdom. What would you all like to do upon landing home? And let me just set the stage for a minute. You have the Urbots of Conclave 1, the ones that had bodies already, have kind of integrated into the kind of base infrastructure you had with all the Randomians. You've kind of made your own little miniature city that's composed of, it's kind of an abnormality of the hegemony where usually you have mostly humans and then a few alien races or xeno races as they're called in this game. But here it's almost all xenos and urbots and very, very few humans. So it's actually kind of like a reverse society of some kind. But people are just kind of busying themselves about the Randomians, mostly making sure that the infrastructure for the rebellion is staying up, acquiring ships, working on ships, all of your friends, partners, loved ones working in the various jobs that are set up. But you get home and you get a very small reception of some Randomians giving you a round of applause. And Bar Hazuk, as he does, moving equipment from here and there, occasionally with some Randomian children on his shoulders.
Aw.
So that is what you are greeted with when you get home.
Are we like landing around the same time, oddly enough?
You guys will be coming in a little bit later. First, it is Indigo and Blue, but you guys will be arriving shortly thereafter. But what will you all do once you get home? Pass it over.
Liquidate my
cat.
assets.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, bud.
I'm gonna help my husband liquidate his assets and maybe learn more about his business. Finally.
Ooh, I love that.
See, the plan's already bringing people together, Frank. You know, it's
I think it's forcing her to learn what he actually does because she's never really looked it in the face. So,
Let me see. Normally, it's just free for you all to be able to just do that, to liquidate things from your stash. But given that you're trying to do this to your entire portfolio at once, I think, and you all tell me if I'm wrong, I think that makes sense for just a very short 4-tick clock to liquidate all of your assets. Or unliquidate, I guess, is the way I would say. Like, essentially, you're trading for physical items. Does that sound appropriate? Yes, Craig.
now just because I like chaos.
Oh my.
Wouldn't such a large amount of money moving across systems pique some ears?
Don't worry, buddy. I'm way ahead of you
Okay.
on that. I got a
Thanks.
whole job
Thanks.
planned and everything. But thank you for raising it. Does a 4-tick clock make sense?
Yes.
Excellent. So I'm going to do that for all of you, and we're going to start with Blue.
Okay.
Blue unliquidation.
yay!
And make
What
that
do
a
I need to
4-tick
roll?
clock. And I'm going to... You sit down with Victor, and you're meeting in your room.
Yeah.
And he starts going over the ledgers, and he says, I know that you always wanted to ignore this part of the business, but I guess it's relevant. And he explains the contraband that he moves. That's like the biggest part of his business, is literally very stereotypically import-export. But he also, as part of that, is involved in smuggling illicit goods, people, but not trafficking. Trafficking in the sense of when people need to move sectors to avoid the eyes of the hegemony, he helps them do that.
Okay.
But also he's involved, unsurprisingly, in the gambling business, both on races as well as just general vice, cards, casinos, that type of thing. And then the legit part of his business that is kind of the front for everything else is he runs a number of different hangars, repair shops, sales fronts for ship parts in different places, the largest of which you all saw in either the first, maybe it was the third episode of this
Yeah,
entire
it was
game
early.
with his big hangar. And that is the main part of his legit business, but is still a pretty minority part of his actual business, but not inconsequential. So he shows you the fake books, he goes over the legit books, and you kind of learn the ins and outs of how he's working. And I would love, if you are interested in this, Blue, I would love to give you a point in study for free as a result of spending a day going over this with
Yay.
Victor.
Ooh.
I
So,
learned.
so please go ahead and just take a point in study as he is basically teaching you how to business over the course of a day.
My not even my boyfriend. My husband taught me how to business.
And then I will let you choose either study or a social skill to move your assets.
I will roll study, because now I have 3 pips in study.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Back.
So I'll roll that. A
partial success. Okay. You start making calls on the network. First few members of the Counters Guild, sure, no problem. Sure, no problem. Eventually, you start talking to the different places that you have money tucked away, some of them in more illicit places, and they say, look, I would love to help you out, Whirlpool, but we don't actually have that much hard currency on hand to move. There's nothing that we can buy for this many credits.
Are you joking?
My God, it's Ozark.
Well, you see, and you hear him typing away. Well, you see, you have, well, hundreds of thousands of credits with our account here, and even if we were to purchase every single ship on hand that we have access to that we could do very quickly. First off, it would take us a long time to get that to you, but also you would lose a whole lot in the transaction, and you'd only end up with a very small fraction. And if well, you see, we just don't have the gold to straight physically liquidate. So even if we wanted to, which we very much want to be able to liquidate your assets here, you'd be losing a lot of money, or we can't really, it's too much money, such short notice. So if you just give us a few weeks, we can make sure we get everything over to you right away.
How many ships could you buy me?
Well, using our perfectly legitimate connections to a few ship dealers in the area, we can purchase 2 ships, but that would still only be a moderate about 55% of the funding that you have with us. And we don't have many available ways to liquidate the rest of your assets.
That's fine. Start with the ships.
Wonderful. If I may make a suggestion, if we were to perhaps come into a large amount of physical currency, we may be able to help you liquidate faster.
Right.
We have information about some counter guild repositories that are ripe for liberation. If we supply details about this, I suggest a 50-50 split, and we will be able to cash you out.
Sure, I think that sounds agreeable.
Yes. Will any other members of the uh, Rainbow Coalition be cashing out with our accounts as well?
I'm unsure.
Wonderful. We are happy to make the same arrangement with them as well, if it please you, miss.
That would be nice. I do still want the ships, though. You said that would be 55%.
Yes, 55% of your earnings, yes. And we are happy to cash that out for you.
Perfect. How many ships will that buy me?
2 ships, miss. We will get you 2 ships. Maybe not quite as nice as the Fire Drake, but good frigate ships equipped with weapons, cargo hold, and your choice of facilities. We would have a few
Perfect.
options, packages we could retrofit when it's on the way. Would this please you, miss?
It would very much.
Wonderful. We'll get that started.
Perfect. Fine, I'll put my money in ships.
Glory to the sun. Sorry, just a little joke. Ha ha ha.
Very funny. Very funny.
Please don't hurt me or my family, Miss Whirlpool.
Oh, why ever would I do that?
Wonderful. Jolly good. We'll be in touch.
Perfect. Have a lovely day. Glory to the sun.
You too. Click. So if you would like,
I think you could have
Blue,
got 60.
make a note that I need to count. 20 of your stash has now been equipped in
random.
ships.
Yep, that's where I'm liquidating my money. I'm starting F1 in space.
So you now have, let me get the class of ship. It's actually in the VTT, I think. I'll make a note. Here we go. Ship sizes. Yes, yes. Freighters. You now have 2 freighters that you can use. Medium ships can land on planets. Most common ship size.
Let's fucking go. I acquire more ships.
Indigo, would you like to do the same?
Not right meow.
Okay. I'm going to make
have
a clock
things
for you
to do.
anyway. What other things would you like to do, my friend?
I need to start with this one clock, migrate factory equipment to HQ so that I can start working.
Okay. How are you doing the equipment migration, which will involve partial physical labor, partial intellectual labor, logistics, operations, etc., etc.? How are you getting this done?
Can I get assistance from the Urbots and my boy, what's his name?
Barhazuk, Speeder,
Big B.
Conclave 1. Yeah, they will
Yes.
all be helping you with this. Absolutely. In fact,
So
I am going to roll for them right now.
Can I break something up to give them more juice?
I am just going to roll their tier for 2 downtimes. So that is a crit. Wow. Snake Eyes on 2D, and then a partial. So the crit is going to be 5 ticks. And then the partial is 2. So just Conclave 1 themselves are able to get this job half done. Barhazuk doing a large percentage of the heavy lifting, as he does.
I think logistically, I would like to try and map out the facility so that it would look similar to the one that was on the planet. as well as build a system in which there's one Urbot that kind of is in charge of like automation.
I get you. Actually, this is a great time to introduce a new character.
Honey?
I need.
Huh? Scooby Doo noises?
My sister?
New characters?
We
New
do
characters
not
just dropped,
have.
y'all.
We do not have art for this person because art for this person doesn't exist because this person is less of a person so much as, well, you'll find out. You start talking to Barhazuk, Speeder, and the other ones, and you begin talking about how you want to coordinate with Conclave 1, getting this all set up, creating the plans, and Speeder will reluctantly, with Barhazuk, say, well, honey, I believe it's time you talk to the Prime.
And me not in my best outfit. I have some nicer coveralls ready
Oh,
for that.
It's all right, sweetheart. The Prime has already seen you many times.
So they're just as invasive as Terra. Fantastic.
Not exactly. In some ways, more.
Understood.
Everyone in Conclave 01 obeys the will of the Prime.
Interesting.
The Prime is, well, Barhazuk and I do our best, but the Prime is really, well, you'll find out.
By all means.
And Speeder leads you to one of the shipping containers that you all hauled back. And you see there is a huge sphere, larger than most of the other ones. And you hear the voice come from kind of everywhere and nowhere and say, Indigo, friends to my children, I believe you require consultation with me.
Pleasure to meet you.
This ball is just kind of pulsing quietly and then a little bit more rapidly when it speaks. I believe you have a suggestion about the setup for my new facility.
Yes, and they'll lay out the plans in front of them. A way in which you could not only start with this facility, but eventually grow this into a society.
You are a friend of my people, as I have seen. I accept these plans. I have a question for you, though.
I have an
After
answer.
you have led my people to the promised land, give them the bodies that they've sought for years, decades, centuries in some cases. What will you do then? Will my people be in servitude to Prism now and for all time? Will they be able to come and go as they please? Will you weaponize them? Will you step aside? Where do we go? Where is our home? You understand my meaning, my concern. I will not give my children flesh, give them life as we see it, if it is to be one of bondage, servitude, betrayal, and negative politics that you fleshy sort put on each other.
Indigo lets out a deep sigh. Great minds think alike. That was the same question I had for you. I want them to have the same freedoms that I hope for all of the individuals of this universe. I want them to be able to run free, make as many mistakes as my son has, as well as reach the goals that he's made as well. I want them to be proud of each other. I want them to be able to cry and understand what sadness is because they understand and have seen joys. Prime, I want them to have a chance to live.
Very well. I accept. There are those among us that will refuse bodies. Their choices are to be respected.
Understood. I am here to assist, not to lead. Leading's not my thing.
You seem to do a very poor job if leading is not your thing.
Huh. Prime, how connected to the way are you?
I am aware of the way. As a machine, I certainly don't attune to it in the way that red or pink would do so. But I know
There's-
it is all around me.
Right. There's more of a spiritual connection. Spiritual. Sorry, that was rude. But probably the way you and I look at it is more of a logistical and mathematical sort of scientific way.
Not necessarily. Do you believe that machines can have souls, Indigo?
I believe machines have souls the same way humans and Xenos have souls. It's just that the imaginations of Xenos and humans can sometimes get in the way of understanding their souls better.
Yes. I've enjoyed this conversation. After the task is done, I have spoken to Delta 7. He will help Prism until the job is done. I apologize. You are not aware of Delta 7. Delta 7 is a weapons platform, a sentient weapons platform that is several times the size of the Fire Drake. He has volunteered his services to you as a result of this conversation, and because of you giving our brethren shells.
Understood. With that being said, is there a certain location Delta 7 would like to call home that I could assist with?
Delta 7 is on his way here to Emerith.
Understood.
He could
We'll
not
figure it
make
out
the
then.
journey until the way was secure, given that he is a weapons platform.
Right. Things are getting big.
I believe the chaos caused by your financial schemes will give a good window of opportunity.
Honestly, the scheme itself is nothing but that. And it is only a window of opportunity. Folks will come up with another way of creating some sort of currency. Those who want power will do what they need to secure it. But it is going to give us one thing that we don't get back. That's time.
Indigo, do you believe that there is a justification for taking a human or xeno life?
I think that justification is always made in the individual that chooses to make that decision.
And what about an Urbot life? Is that the same as a human life? Worse? More?
Where are we starting off at life? If you want to put an actual quantification to life, am I starting at the beginning of their lives or am I starting at the end?
When was Green alive? When was Speeder alive?
I can't answer those questions for those individuals. I can only answer it for myself. And I can tell you, once I realized that my life mattered as much as everyone else's in this universe, it was the moment that I realized I should fight for each and every one of them like I would fight for my own.
Very good. Thank you. And tell Green thank you for watching after Terra so closely all this time.
I don't know if you know this, Prime. When it comes to us humanoids, that's what siblings do.
Very well. And kind of powers down and literally rolls away from you.
Eyes hurt looking at the blinding light of a giant ball. All right, Big B, let's get to work. We're not done yet. I guess I would use you too, Leon. I would use my 2 downtimes to also assist in the factory.
Go ahead. I'm assuming study?
If I may,
You may.
I shall push myself. And then I'm also, because I'm using study, I would get Tinker. So that I both my downtime, so that's 2 rolls.
Yep. Remember that you're gonna get stress for not engaging in your vice during
Oh.
downtime.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
So that first one's a failure.
Okay. Wow. 4D is a failure. Okay, so that's 1 on the clock.
2.
2. Sorry.
As a Tinker, sorry.
Yep.
I'll do that again. I'll push myself again.
Success, which is 4 for you, if I'm remembering correctly. So you have
Yes.
finished. I will let you describe your big, beautiful factory.
The factory itself is very sleek and kind of blends into the landscape of Amaranth. Kind of curves and bends like the waves in the ocean, the swirls of the sand, multiple stories that kind of lean and shift with the trees to just kind of camouflage in. There's a spot within the center of the facility where Prime would probably be situated, and then the actual like assembly area is the bottom portion where there are more like a council setting at the top of this, like similar to a pyramid or a like a pyramid.
I'm getting the
Situation.
picture. This is cool.
Seats for the Prime, Speeder, and Barzuk are since they are the main leaders that he knows of within Conclave. And then multiple more for anyone else who chooses to be a part of this new, what Indigo looks at is eventually society.
And that is what you were greeted by, Green and Red, when you land Victor's ship back home in Amaranth.
Ooh. You guys were busy.
In a way, Conclave really They tails off.
Yeah, I can see that. Damn. Hey, where's Vic? I want to let him know that his ship is unharmed.
Not a scratch.
Not a scratch.
Look at you two. Getting your piloting skills on. Fantastic. By the
Eh.
way, we're on a timeline. Eventually, all the currency within the galaxy is going to disappear. So I need y'all to buy as much stuff as you can, as fast as you can, within
Oh.
that time.
Who the fuck did that?
Yours
Oh.
truly.
I got a couple of questions for you. First things first, he's just gonna finish the bottle of brandy. I got a full inventory of what I drank from that fucking bar. I'm gonna order new bottles of each. First things first. Second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that full fucking entertainment system. I'm not waiting any longer. I want to make sure my house is set up. Thank God I bought that thing. Third of all, why did you do this?
I'm sorry.
Why
Why?
nuke the currency? What brought
Well,
you to this conclusion?
there are multiple ways and directions I could go about this.
Okay.
But for you, Green, I'll say I'm gonna make sure nobody else tries to chase after my baby boy.
I feel like there's other ways we could have gone about that.
That's real cute. I think there's a certain other level of pragmatism that would not be
No, yeah, that
relayed
was
here.
something I knew that would pull at your emotional heartstrings. No, the reason
No.
for it is to, rebuild society in an aspect, short and sweet.
Do you understand rebuilding society means it's going to get torn down first and millions, no, billions of people will die?
I'm sorry, was that different from what was already happening?
Yes.
I would say there's definitely a difference in the principle of the matter, at least in terms of how it's being actively handled. What we're on is we're on a slow declining descent that gets faster and faster daily. What you're doing is essentially pulling a trigger.
Okay, understandable.
Uh,
We have an entire galaxy to liberate, right? And
Yeah,
there is,
and right now we're liberating them by killing them if we do this.
I'm sorry, how many bodies do you two gentlemen have on you?
This is some Thanos shit.
that
Who?
you know, I
He
don't
snapped half the universe away. That's what you're doing.
No,
And he was the
no.
villain in the story, just for clarification.
Snapping half the universe, like he broke them in half?
It's a magic kind of thing. But you're basically doing the same thing. Do you not? I don't. There's not a philosopher that would agree with you. Maybe Diogenes, but he was out of his mind. There's no one that would agree with you on this.
Say this. Not, Machiavelli wrote against this shit. But listen. Okay, I get what you're saying. We've all got blood on our hands. I don't like that I do, alright? The people that I've hurt, a lot of them were just doing their fucking job. But there's a lot of people, a lot of starving, poor people who need what they can get. And if they do not have that there's a difference between one soldier who may or may not deserve it, who just works for bad people, versus 100 innocent people. Isn't that why we're doing what we're doing, to minimize minimize the casualties of all of these like unassociated people? This is a scorched earth. Is that what you want me? You know, you told me once that this little fucking doohickey could make something new. Are you wiping the board clean so I can make you a brand new world?
I don't need your help to make me a brand new world. Green, let's go back to that soldier you were talking about. Why did he make that choice to go against you and get himself killed instead of choosing the right decision, which is to help others?
We
Because
don't know
who
why.
was paying him?
But who is he getting paid for? Did this soldier have a family? Maybe a brand new baby boy waiting for him at home. Maybe he's getting married. Maybe he's got a mother to take care of. And you're just gonna, like, paint him with the same fucking brush that Alana is painted with?
No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him the choice of saying, well, I'm not getting paid anymore, and see what choice he makes after that.
You're thinking on such a small scale. This is large scale economic collapse. This is not one person making a decision to go do something else. This is people will not be able to live. People will die quickly.
And what do people
This
do when they have that survival instincts kicking in?
they will kill other people. That's what's going to happen. It'll be total chaos and anarchy. The strongest will survive. The people that are the strongest are the richest people right now. They
Now,
have the goods already. They have weapons. They're healthier.
They have
Poor people will
food.
not be able to not have a chance to fight back. This has been done before, Indigo. Worlds have done this before, and it has always ended poorly. 5 to 10 years, they have to reset and reintroduce currency every single time. Is there a way to reverse this?
you want that truth?
I don't want you to give false hope. That sounds like no.
That is correct.
Oh, this is.
Is there a way to minimize innocent people being hurt?
Yes, getting the information out to the right people. Now, y'all done lecturing me, or are you ready to do what you need to do?
You didn't even ask us about this. I thought we
No.
were a team, we're a family, and you go behind our backs and pull this?
Well, the
Do you
last
think we
time I
would
went
ever
behind
do
your back-
anything like this to you?
No.
So what gives you the right to do that to us and to every other person in this galaxy?
Because, Red,
You don't
unlike you, I know how to make hard decisions.
you don't get to play God. That's what you're doing.
Playing God's easy. God hides behind faith. I make rules. I make directions. And then we'll see how people choose to go about those directions.
What happened to you?
I guess you never knew me, Red.
I
Now
guess
walk off.
not. What the fuck just happened, Green?
You know?
I'm gonna walk in.
You
Okay.
know, I don't know what we should expect from the man who let his own brother die in prison.
Blue, you knew about this?
Blue would walk in and she would, all right, I just got off the phone with the brokers. They're going to be able to. And she kind of looks at the scene. You tell them.
I did.
I didn't know. No, I just got off the phone with and tried to liquidate everything I've stashed away for this war effort.
That's the least of our worries. We have to try to save people.
It's already done. The best we can do now is make sure that we can still fund a revolution.
For what? What are we even fighting for? If so many are going to die and lose faith in us.
I'm sorry. Because the board has been flipped, now you don't want to play anymore?
Because we murdered billions. I'm upset, yeah. I think that's fair.
Red, you keep saying we murdered billions instead of thinking of options in which you can help more people. You're acting as if you lost from the situation instead of thinking, oh, what can I do to salvage what's happening for some?
How are you doing it?
How we doing it? The same way we've been doing it. Get information out that there's a better way for society to be run.
Nah. No. I know that part. I know how we're gonna instigate this change. How the fuck are you getting rid of money? What grand sweeping plan is it to just liquidate accounts? Where's
It's a
it going?
virus.
It's a
It's a-
virus.
It's a virus.
So a computer virus. So it's literally just intangible wealth. The number you see on a screen and not the bar you hold in your hand.
Correct.
And we're thinking that the wealthy aren't gonna have. Well, actually, no, that's a lie.
Well,
I don't know.
if the wealthy find out about said virus, yes, they would do that. But as of right now, we are the ones who have the information.
And you just set this virus loose already?
Find it.
Okay. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. The scale of this shit must be impressive.
I only do things big.
What did you put it in? Did you put it in the financial networks? Did you infect the stock market?
Those are questions that I cannot answer because I do not have that information.
How do you not have it? You made the thing. How do you not know what it's doing?
I made the schematic for the thing. I gave it to the individual who is going to do said things. Vorax.
Vorax.
All right. Thanks for trying, Indigo. I'll take over from here.
Who dat?
You all hear this in your communicators. I understand you don't like my methods. Fair enough. This is the only way your revolution comes to fruition. You're against an enemy with infinite resources and the infinite commands of the hegemony. You have time, you have resources, you have communication networks to ensure that your loved ones and other respected people are not affected by my virus. There will be some damage.
Some damage? You made us no better than them. I will not attach my name to this.
You don't need to. If you're all not getting your assets in order, I suggest you do it quickly.
Red, green.
Yeah.
I would recommend you do that now.
Don't worry. I'll be getting what I need to get.
Making a deal with the ghosts in the fucking machine.
I'm not a monster, Red.
You're the man holding a gun.
Not just a gun, a smoking gun at this point.
I only need a little bit of time.
I'm sorry. I'll put this into math terms. How many people are standing in front of us right now? I'll give you a hint. It's less than double digits. And we plan on fighting an entire galactic empire.
And how many leaders have we already killed? I took out an entire command on a ship by myself. We were doing pretty damn well.
Red.
Yeah, let's look past that. How many people have we inspired to actually fucking move?
Green. We have to make waves when we're just splashing. And if you're not willing to do that, and I'll look to his captain, I'm willing to be the bad guy.
You need to call me a terrorist, disavow me, hunt me down after the job is done. Good luck. May the way be with you. You all have gotten this galaxy to the tipping point, and I'm just giving it the final push that it needs. I'm sorry if you can't get on board with that. I owe you forever for getting my sister out. And the galaxy owes you for killing Malclave, for rallying behind a banner of hope. But it was never going to get the job done.
You don't know that.
I'm not willing to take the risk.
You're just up there playing in your ivory castle, truly playing God, choosing who lives, who dies. Must feel good.
Playing God, yes. Feeling good, no. I feel terrible. I condemn innocent souls to squalor, death, hunger, fire, the vacuum of space. But how long until there's another genocide under Themandii? How long until another conclave of mystics is purged in holy fire? How long until that base you've set up on and all the Ranamians you saved from slavery and servitude are discovered and they send an armada of source-powered soldiers to come kill you?
What'd you say, Red? 10 years?
We've
like that's-
been in worse spots. We have fought worse enemies. We always come out the other side. A little patience goes a long way. This feels like a 12-year-old being impatient that they don't have their ice cream yet. Revolutions take time. And you're over here trying to hit the shortcut button.
Red, I've been alive for hundreds of years. You've been alive, what? 20? I believe in you. I believe in this team. But we can't save the whole galaxy alone. That's a 12-year-old's dream.
You know, I sure as hell was gonna die trying. And I thought you'd be right there with me.
Nope. I'd just be trying to find the next Red.
Is this a power trip for you?
What power? What do I
Is th-
gain from doing this?
Is this just Hmm.
If I had a power trip, I would keep the source to myself.
I have a name.
I'm not talking about just you.
He's already given away the blueprints.
I'm sorry, somebody was so worried about sacrificing himself all the damn time. I should be able to just give out the source to who I please.
So I'm expendable to you now.
I'm giving you a choice in life, a decision to do what you want with it. So you understand that you're not the only person like you out there. You were worried about being hunted. You were worried about being sacrificed all the damn time. This is your life, your decision. Stop thinking I'm waving it over you like a carrot on a stick. There is no power in choosing to take care of others. There's no power in the decisions of thinking to kill people. Think I like doing this?
So your ego has nothing to do with this.
I'm sorry, was my ego the thing that made sure that you didn't kill Pink?
No, wiping my memory was.
You don't have to like my decision. I was going to see each and every one of you get killed in some reckless hope in changing the galaxy that doesn't want to change. And I might still see it, hell. But I know at least I bought some time to make some changes that need to happen.
No, all you've done is change who's in power.
And that's not
It's
you.
just us now.
Any of you could be in power. Would things change? Are you saying things wouldn't change if any of you, with the information that you have now, become leaders? Would there be a change? Or is it now too big for everybody?
No. No. I'm sure there are plenty of people who thought they were going to enter into politics and lead with good intentions. I was trying to keep it that way.
And they can. The board's just different. And we really get to see whether they can be bought or not. There are weapons out there that can pull the water out of your bodies, make you completely invisible, and assassinate whoever you wish. And because I got rid of all the money, which is eventually going to come back, I will be the bad guy as well. But at least I get to even the playing field somewhat for those who might want to make change.
I hope the history books look back on you that fondly.
I don't need no damn history books to look at me at all. As long as things change for the better for as many people as possible. That's the story that needs to be written. Doesn't matter if I'm in it or not.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Too slowly.
I think.
What is- Oh, go ahead.
We're just gonna keep going.
I
I
think
can
that's.
keep going.
I
So
think
But-
Red'll walk out and kind of mutter back. I never knew I could be so disappointed in someone. And you feel or you hear the pitter of a tear hit the ground, a big old tear as he walks out.
I think that's a good place to break. And feel free to continue this conversation afterwards. I'm loving it, but I want to let everyone.
The girls are fighting.
have a little piddle.
I'll say it, everyone watching, we're all good. This is
Yeah,
good.
we're all
Craig's
good.
cooking.
We're all in
Let
character.
Craig's cooking. Just let him do it.
Also, I want you to let you know I did nothing. This is not my idea. This is all Craig's idea. Everyone thought that I made the plague and Blades of the Dark, and that was all Momo. This is all Craig. I did nothing. I'm innocent. I'm just sitting here stressed out like everyone else. Okay.
Every time in a Frank game when a character does this.
Frank, what did you do? I ain't
What
do
have
nothing.
you done?
Frank just lets us sit.
We will continue this philosophical argument in about 15 minutes time. Go get a drink, come
Yeah.
back, maybe
Get your energy
get a beverage of some type if that's your
Yeah.
thing. Go outside
Money
for
isn't
a
real now.
second. Yeah, money's not. A good quote by a friend of mine: once you realize that money is fake, you should never stop asking for it. Words to live by.
Facts.
We'll see you all in a few minutes. BRB.
Not
Hi,
Dark
everyone. Anyone else super stressed? I'm stressed. I'm
This
very,
guy.
very stressed. You know, everything's fine. We're all fine. Situation's normal. We're all fine here. Now, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Ignite Recall. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad you decided to drop in. You could do anything with your time, but you decided to spend it with us. Thank you. If you like the stream, drop a follow or a subscription if you're on YouTube. And you can always join our Discord to find out what is going on with us. Discord.gg/MagiRPG. It is the best place to know all of the things that are going on with us. After this show, we are off Friday. There is no Ashes of the Lost, our Warhammer campaign. That is back next Friday. And next Tuesday, we are off on Ignite Recall, and we will be back the following Tuesday. As you saw during the break on our ad carousel, we have a new show called The Curse of the Fall of the House of Rookwood? Curse of Rookwood? Help me out, Craig.
Gracie says that Chris are...
Streaming, they're
her and
streaming
Chris are
tomorrow.
streaming tomorrow. What are y'all doing?
Curse of Rookwood, I believe. You
Oh,
got it
Warhammer.
right.
They're Warhammer.
Oh,
now.
Tracy and
Yeah.
Chris are doing their Warhammer yaps tomorrow. Yes, yes,
They're
yes.
talking
Oh,
about the
yay!
first Primarch.
Yes, they're talking about the
my God.
Primarchs. So that's going to be fun. I forgot that Tracy's doing office hours whenever she feels like it on Wednesdays. So thank you for the reminder. Yes, so we will
Right,
have
right, right,
Warhammer
right.
on Wednesday. Depending on if you're watching the VOD, it already happened, and there will probably be the VOD of that up on Tracy's YouTube channel, actually, which I believe is youtube.com/MissMagicTech.
It is.
Yeah. And if you like our show and want to pay our starving artists, in this case Momobee, but there's many artists that we support on this channel, you can leave us a tip. Ignite Tips is the command that you can find out about the different ways you can influence the game. For instance, if you wanted to hear a 30-second to 60-second monologue from one of our characters right now, you could drop us a $5 and someone will be obliged to go on a little cut to interview
They might have a
rant.
lot to say.
People got a lot to say. It's about to get. People are about to throw hands. Maybe. We'll
I
find out.
might.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I believe you all are not done, and there's been more. There's
No!
more fighting words to go around. So, I'm gonna pass it back. I believe Blue has the most words to say right now. So
No smoke.
by all
And
means.
another thing. So as Red leaves, she kind of looks between Green and Indigo. You're gonna have to apologize for that, you know.
I actually thought it would go a lot worse.
Worse. You purposely went out of chain of command. You
That I
didn't
did.
ask, you didn't consult. This was supposed to be a team effort. It is always supposed to be. She does a little breath. A team effort. We make decisions together. You and I have always done that. With Pink, we made that decision together. With everything. Why is this any different?
Because one of us has to stay the hero.
I don't know what this complex is that you've taken on. That you have to be some villain, some bad guy who has to make hard decisions. No one is forcing you into that. You chose that. You understand?
Completely.
You know what I have to do now.
You have to
You're
make the hard decision.
Exactly. If I can't trust you to work as a team, why are you here? If you're going to go off and make decisions without the rest of us, what is the point? You might as well be doing this alone.
Crosses his arms.
Green?
Save the universe.
Do you think that's unreasonable?
Thank you, Goldrake.
Thank you, Cauldron.
Thank you, Coltrane.
Do I think what you're saying is unreasonable, Captain?
Yes. Are we not a team?
I would say we're a team. I would hope
And-
we're a fucking team.
And we make decisions together.
Yeah.
Is this not insubordination?
Answer truthfully.
Yeah. This is insubordination.
Then I'll do you the dignity of not spacing you. Because I care about you. Even still. You are like a brother to me. You and I have always worked together. And you did something stupid. Even if you don't think it is. And that's the worst part, is I know you think you've done the right thing. And I don't even disagree. It's the way you went about it. I don't trust you.
You don't have to trust me. You just gotta keep saving the universe. The best way you think you can.
I just thought we aligned on that.
Made a lot of decisions. I've killed countless with those decisions.
I know.
And this is no different than any of those. Except it has that one thing Red's always talking about. I finally have hope. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good fucking luck. Yeah, you know what else is good fucking luck? You put the blueprints out there. What made you think the blueprints was a good idea?
Green.
You telling me you're not smart enough to make it yourself? That you can't just build another one? Was it too slow?
Green.
What are you gonna tell me?
I watched the source almost take out an entire section of a planet in front of my eyes. I watched a full mystic almost get incinerated by the weapon that I created. And that's information that only I and the hegemony have. And guess who has more resources to continue to build more Dianas? If they want more greens. So yeah, I may be the only one to perfect it. But in this situation, quantity works more than quality. And that's amazing as you are, Green. You're not enough.
Yeah, you know, you're right. We did fucking see the source almost take out an entire portion of a planet. I saw that shit from atmosphere, from above the atmosphere. I saw it. Clear as fucking day. And that's what happens when the wrong people have it. And you're right. You had one. The hegemony had who fucking knows how many. But now an inscrutable number of wrong hands could have it.
Or right ones, if we're going with your argument.
What a fucking gamble. Okay?
So we're the only ones who are the right ones in this situation?
That's not what I'm saying, and you know it. What I'm saying is that who fucking cares how many right hands have it if wrong hands do as well? Alright? It was always about playing a god with you, wasn't it? Ever since you made me, right? That's why I was the only person you talked to before wiping the memories, right? You want to look at your failure one last time before you wipe the slate clean, made something new, made something better. Everyone else didn't know it was coming. Eyes closed, backs turned, but you looked me in my fucking eyes. You told me you trusted me. I'm the only one who remembers what it's like to fucking die. And don't you dare tell me I did not die. Because I was dead. Quantity over quality. But I was never quality, was I? And Green's gonna leave.
Oof.
Oh,
Blue.
yes.
Victor is waiting for you after that rough conversation. And you see he is at a data pad typing and says, well, that certainly doesn't sound like it went particularly well.
No. No, it didn't. Indigo won't be joining us when we take off next.
Ever?
I don't know. He went behind my back on this. How can I have someone on a crew like that?
Well,
If I make an exception for friends. Because I care. That's how you get taken advantage of.
True.
That's how you become someone like the people we're trying to fight.
Also true.
There are standards that we need to uphold. And I cannot let personal relations get in the way of that.
He raises an eye at that. Really?
What? You think I'm wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. I'm just thinking about a young scoundrel who planned a few things behind your back and took advantage of your missing memory to do a few things.
You.
You forgave me eventually.
That's very different.
Different.
I'm not.
Yes, but
I don't employ you. We're married. That's different.
Well, you almost threw me out on my ass too. I almost messed it up. I'm glad at least you didn't kill the guy, but look, I'm not defending him. He should have come to you. But do you think he's a good man?
Yes. I know he is.
Maybe
I think he's just lost the plot.
that I agree with. And he's certainly causing me to get a few new gray hairs.
You're being awfully nice.
Oh.
This has put you out quite a bit.
To put it mildly, it's put me out a lot. But all I know is this sector was in turmoil. And then there was a group of 5 misfits who decided to form a resistance, and suddenly everyone from Sunhandra to Warren to Nightfall had hope in a better tomorrow. That didn't happen with Whirlpool by herself, or Quick by himself, or Firefly by himself, or Nova by herself. It happened when all of you, Ash, Green included, came together.
You know, he said this was the first time he'd ever felt hope.
I feel hope every time I'm around you lately.
That's very sweet. But I want to do it. It's
The
gonna
right
sound
way.
bad. Yes, but then you could argue that I'm deciding what the right way is.
They chose you as their leader. You could say whatever you decide the right way is the right way. practically
Isn't that just what the
speaking.
Jimmy does, though?
And
They blindly
what-
follow a leader.
And what Indigo did. There's no easy decisions in an imperfect world, my dear. Well, you've seen my business now. You know it's not all sunshine and rainbows out there.
No, I know that, which is why I'm so surprised that you're being so nice and giving him such grace.
Oh, well, let's be honest. I drank a handle on the way back here, but what am I gonna do? Shoot the guy?
No.
That would certainly be a waste of a good mind and a waste of a good blaster shot. So I think we should be saving our shots for the hegemony. Maybe you're right not to bring him for a while, but you have to admit we might not have gotten this far without him.
I know we wouldn't have.
Maybe more importantly, it seems that whatever trust we had placed in Vorex might have been ill placed.
That I can agree on.
What do you want to do? Do you want to hit that Guild of Engineers place? Do you want to work on getting everyone's money out? You go, I follow.
Well, if it can't be stopped. Oh, we need to get everyone's anything they have out.
Then we'll do it together.
I know. It's hard. Red's really broken up about this. That's
you
why I
want me
like
to-
him, though.
You want me to talk to him? Leave him alone for a while?
I can go talk to him.
Okay.
That's my job. Especially
Well-
while Pink's not around. I'm gonna play therapist.
Oh, you've done it once or twice before. You certainly got this old crook back on the straight and narrow.
Mm. You're more decent of a human now.
Debatable.
Oh. Um, I think you are. The people who owe you money, probably not.
That's for sure. You know, Green was one of them for a long time.
Did you actually forgive his debt?
I did.
Oh, that's very kind.
It was a big debt.
How much? Victor,
6
let me go-
figures.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, that's what happens when a computer decides to try to get the wrong answers every time.
All right. I'm going to go try and see if I can't get Red up and running again.
He'll stand up, give you a hug. Say, go be a hero out there, baby.
I'll try. She give him a little kiss on the way out and she will go find Red.
Where would Red be?
He would be at a terminal somewhere trying. So his goal is to buy as much food as possible and get it prepared near major cities.
That's so sweet.
I love him, Your Honor.
Lord knows they're gonna need us. So
I'm going to do the same thing. Well, are you trying to do this to all of your money, or are you just trying to like, hey, let's distribute food anywhere I can?
all of my money.
Holy shit. Okay, let me.
All right, Red.
Let's do red on liquidation. 4 ticks. Probably sway.
Okay. 6.
Okay. Let me think for a second. There's probably. Give me 1 second. Just, I gotta do a faction scan really quick. Ah, excellent. Please. Oh, do I not have their art? Hang on. Oh, I do. Okay, okay, okay.
Oh no! I just realized my website is now going to be obsolete if no one has money.
No,
Oh no!
the biggest.
My
Oh.
charity leaderboard.
The charity leaderboard is no more. I kind of actually want to design that at some point. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this call. You want to flood the streets of every major city with food.
Not necessarily flood the streets yet. Just get it prepared to in the event of major disasters.
Well, I'll take anyone's money if they're giving it away.
I'm happily giving my money away. So you're the right person for the job?
I've got some reach in all the right places. And you've been a reliable source for information. You got a scoop in exchange for this little favor.
I've got maybe some wisdom for you. Just don't be too tight on your purse strings.
Well, a girl's got to have fun.
I would advise you to have a lot of fun and read between the lines of what I'm doing.
Great. Yeah, sure. Feeding the poor. That's just how I like to spend my extra creds. But yeah, I got you, Flyboy. Let's see. Nightfall, Warren. We got a few other cities I can line up for you. I'll make a list, send you the details.
Excellent.
How much you gonna give me access to all your accounts to make this happen?
That's correct.
And what are you gonna do if I just wipe you out and decide to keep the money for myself?
I could find you.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You already did once. All right. Secret terrorist. You got yourself a deal. And I'll be in touch soon.
I appreciate that. And may want to rethink that nickname considering what I'm doing.
Well, I still gotta have my day job, hun.
True. That's fair. It was good talking to you, though. I appreciate you and what you do.
Stay safe. I'd really hate for you to end up dead before I got to interview you again.
You too.
You see Red just hang up on the HoloNet when you walk in, Blue.
Red,
That's my money taken care of.
what'd you do?
Preparing for the worst. Still hoping for the best, of course.
Right. I dismissed Indigo.
Like you told him off?
No, he's no longer a part of this crew.
That's fair. I fought back wanting to hit him. It takes a lot to get me upset, and boy, did he try.
I wanted to make sure that you felt... You don't think we're moving too slowly, do you?
That's the thing that has kept us alive. We take chances, but we pick our chances. We don't unleash pure chaos and hope for the best. We at least have controlled chaos.
I agree.
You wouldn't... Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Could you get Victor to let Green and I borrow his ship again?
Yeah. What do you need it for?
I'm going to try to fix what's happening.
And how are you going to do that? You're going to hunt down Vorax?
I would never do that. And then Red kind of hushes over his mouth and is like, there could be bugs anywhere.
Yeah.
That's suicide. I'm just trying to find any solution I can. Yes, I'm going to hunt that motherfucker down and kill him.
Right.
Or her, or them. Who knows? They could be a machine for all I know.
We could attempt that.
I'm not going to stand by and let billions of people die. If there's a chance that I can... It sounded like they were saying they're in the process of. So if there's a chance I can stop it.
At this time. All the money isn't gone yet.
So what do you think?
Well, do you want to do it alone?
I think Green would be happy to go. He seems just as mad as I am. And I know Victor's ship has stealth capabilities, so it makes the most sense to me.
Gosh, Pink's gonna have a fucking field day over this.
Yeah, her no contact rule is really pushing the envelope here. But we can't talk about this on comms. We can't even talk about this loudly. This is hush. We don't know where Vorax is listening.
Then I'll get you a distraction. More than likely, they'll probably follow whatever I'm doing, assuming that you'll be there with me.
Thanks, Blue. I believe in our mission, rebellion, whatever this is, with all my heart. And this is spitting in the face of that work, if you ask me.
I agree. That's why we get along.
It's like we're triaging this galaxy, and apparently putting band-aids isn't fast enough, so he decides to drop a grenade. That's what this feels like.
It's a big sacrifice. One I don't think needs to be made.
All right, I gotta move quick. Who knows how long Vorax stays in one
Green is
spot?
on the ship. And
Can you
you,
send him over to Victor's ship? Say I wanna
I'll tell him to meet you there.
watch a movie or something. I don't know. De-stress.
I'll send him your way. Just
Thanks,
be
Blue.
safe.
You know me.
I know. That's why I'm hoping this is a good idea. 'Cause you're usually the cautious one.
Well, when this many lives are at stake, you have to take some risks, even if it's against someone as powerful as this.
I agree. Calculated chance. Okay.
And if I or we don't make it back, we believe in you.
Don't leave me without a crew, please.
You wouldn't get rid of Pink that easily.
That's true. Though she'd be very upset if her boyfriend died. I think. And then Ismisa would also have some words for me, I assume.
This means to
So-
understand.
I think she'd be more upset than you think.
Can't think about that.
No, because you'll be back. Play it safe.
Hope.
Hope.
Red will
May
give
the
her
way-
a tight hug.
Yeah, may the way be with you, friend.
May the way be with you.
And she will go find Green. Feeling good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
She feels hope.
Where is Green?
Okay, so real talk. I'm going to be spending a credit for an extra downtime to actually liquidate my assets, which is furnishing this apartment that he bought. That's what he's spending his assets on. The other two downtimes, I need to reduce some stress.
Okay, so let me make a green on liquidation. So convenient. It has all of these colors in Foundry, which is nice.
Mhm.
All right, so just so you all can see, all of you have not quite liquidated all of them. So basically, think of it like percentage. You've liquidated percentage for all of you. I mean, I guess you guys caught on, but yeah. Go ahead and do that, Green. I'm assuming study, sway, something of that sort. To do this.
Definitely sway.
Okay.
That is a partial success.
And you need to put it into furnishings. Okay. That is going to be a conversation. Ooh, I have something fun. I'm going to make a note. I'm going to make a note in our private chat to do later.
Oh, excellent. Uh-oh. Oh,
Okay.
I might be cooked.
So let's see, what is your stash at? Okay, so 50, let's say, ooh, okay, you've got a little while to go. Let me think about this. How nice of an apartment are you trying to get?
To Pink's standards. That's how I gotta furnish this bad boy. I
Okay.
trust her to fill the closet, but the bed, the love seat, the kitchen, all the accoutrements, the entertainment system that I said I would be getting.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say 15 of your stash is currently safe and in assets, but you're gonna have to finagle a little bit to get the rest. But you call up a
Okay.
good friend and arrange for interior decoration.
Ah, I knew Rin could come through for me.
And blue, you find green making some hollow calls.
Could I also really quick roll my vice?
Yeah.
hell
Which
yeah.
are you cooking?
I'm cooking up a storm as I'm doing this.
Cook for me.
I'm definitely.
Yeah, I
gonna
would
be
say you
cooking
can
for
cook for everyone, and everyone can relieve stress that way.
Not everyone.
5. Thank God.
So that is 5 stress to whoever
I
would like
didn't-
to relieve.
I did not end up. We didn't put the logo down, so we don't avoid overindulgence.
Did you
so-
overindulge?
I did not. I did not overindulge. I was so far from that happening. There was no way.
Is anyone who's gonna use that stress relief that will overindulge?
Nope, all good.
I would, but I'm not. Do I just not take it?
No, you can take it, but here I'm gonna. There's really not anything needed because for home cooking, basically the overindulgence is you all fight with each other, which
Is already
Okay.
happening.
has already
It's
happened.
already happening.
So
Okay, leave it
nothing
Yeah.
extra required on that
Oops.
then. Perfect. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
one. Yeah,
Got that Indigo fight,
yeah.
not a overindulgence fight.
But I guess in that case you'd find green in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Green,
Yeah. What?
are you stress cooking?
How could you tell?
I know your behaviors.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, you want to try this? It's a cherry chocolate cheesecake. This shit goes
Yes.
fucking hot. Yeah, there you go. Do you need something?
It's not me, actually. Red's on Victor's ship, and I think you would know best how to cheer her up. Cheer him up.
Ah.
He requested you, actually.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Like now or
No,
soon? Oh, okay.
that would be preferable.
Right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Tell your husband that I ordered him some new booze.
That's very sweet of you.
Well, I drank a lot of his, so.
Also, I didn't know you had almost 6 figures in debt. I found
Oh,
that
that's
out
just
about
with
you
him.
today.
That was just with him. I still have it with a bunch of other, with 15 different criminal families.
Okay, well,
Hey, listen, I've done some unscrupulous things. Okay,
that's fine.
from what I recall, I may or may not have left someone at an altar. That's beside the point. What we're going to here is, I'm gonna go cheer up my boy. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good luck on what he asks.
Yeah,
You'll do great.
don't we always?
We try to.
Yeah. What happened with Quick?
I'm gonna have to talk to him.
I see.
Again.
Again.
Just not right now.
Right. Right. Whatever. I'll just get I'll get to the ship. I'll go see Red.
Good.
Enjoy the cheesecake.
Be safe.
We had so two things. First off, for home cooking, after the vice roll, everyone needs to take a stress. So you all need to go to 1. That is, if anyone overindulges, a fight erupts, and everyone gains 1 stress after the vice roll. So you all can take that 5 vice roll, but then you're going to go to 1 stress instead of 0. Them's the breaks, kids. Next, we had a dono that requested a monologue from Red, specifically requesting to know how Red is feeling about his Misa. So
That's perfect. I can
Romance.
do my vice roll and talk to the way and use that as my monologue.
yeah, go right ahead, my friend, whenever you are ready.
Red and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad week. As Misa leaves again. Who knows if she's going to come back? Who knows if it's me or if it's... And now this Indigo stabbing us in the back, endangering so many lives. This sucks. What am I doing wrong? How are things going so wrong? I don't understand. I thought this was the right path. Is this part of that right path? Is this the way forward? Is this the wrong path? Please just talk to me. Tell me, am I doing okay?
You get an answer. Hey, Red.
Hey, didn't expect you here.
Things not going well then.
Just billions of lives at risk and you gone.
Yeah. I don't have good news either.
Might as well add it to the pile.
There. I guess I should be more honest with you, Red. I know that you don't really approve of murder. So I didn't want to involve you. I left to kill the Night Speakers. The other 2.
To be free of them?
Well, it's either kill them or deliver them more artifacts. The me before you stumbled back into my life would have just given them a few, called it a day, gone home. But my idealist partner has convinced me that giving powerful weapons to the wrong hands is a worse crime than murder, so I decided to assassinate them. And the problem is they're on to me, and they know I'm coming for them, and it's not to deliver some artifacts. This is gonna take a while longer.
Well, first off, I'm proud of you for trying to be better than you were yesterday.
Thanks.
Rome wasn't built in a day, and the effort is appreciated. Secondly, why don't you come back and we can do it together? We can figure out a solution together.
Come on, Red. Don't tell me you all haven't had a bunch of crises break out since I left. There's always something with you all.
But you're not wrong. A bridged version is we recovered another artifact, as I think you know. Also, have you been followed? Is anyone with you?
Physically? No. Oh, you're talking about Duram.
Yeah.
If he picks up mystics doing this, he might butt in from time to time. I think we're safe for the moment, though.
Okay. Just as long as you're safe. And the other thing is, Indigo went rogue, and is trying to destroy the entire banking system.
That's a new
He's
one.
going to erase all credits. Well, not him per se, but Vorex is attempting to use a virus to wipe out all credits across all systems.
That's clever.
And extremely dangerous.
Yeah. But it is clever.
That's all the credit we're allowed to give him.
Okay. Well, if you want to put off one crusade in order to help me try to get rid of the other night speakers, I'm not going to stop you, but I feel like Whirlpool might need you a bit more right now.
Once I'm done with this side quest, I'll reach back out to you and see where we're at and if I can help.
Can I borrow the remnants for this?
It's ultimately for the better good. It'd be better to have them out. They are extremely dangerous. If they are up for it and they agree, then yes.
I'll talk to them.
Am I doing the right things?
You're asking me?
As misguided and as you've been and as cynical as you are, you do have a strangely insightful perspective.
The right thing would be to figure out where Alana is and put a plasma sword through her back. Short of that, things are pretty messy, Red.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything in this galaxy has ever gotten done without a few tragic deaths in the way. How many? Who deserves it? I'm a little bit new at that type of thing. I would have asked you this question.
Yeah, I just don't ever want to play judge, jury, and executioner. I want people to have free will to be able to choose how to live their lives.
Then do it.
And yeah. All right. Thanks for hearing me.
I'll always listen to you, Red.
I love you.
I love you. And then there is a crew member in front of you. Back in Amaranth.
So, I hear you're in a bit of a funk, and I'm the only one what can get you out of it.
You can say that. You how do you feel about taking Victor's ship for another spin?
I could be persuaded. Do you have a heading?
Yeah, I've got an idea. Look, we are going a bit rogue with Blue's permission.
Is it really rogue if she gave us permission?
That's the attitude I like.
Yeah.
We're gonna
All
hunt
right.
down Vorex and try to put a stop to this credit canceling plan.
All right. 2 questions. Number 1, how likely do you think it is that we, I, you, one of us, both of us, comes back?
Honestly, I have no idea.
All right.
I feel confident that I will not put you in as much risk as myself.
You never do.
But there's no one else I'd rather go with.
That's the spirit. Hey, you're in luck. I got all my affairs in order.
All right, Blue's gonna run a little distraction for us. We have to keep simple on comms. Not let Vorex know if they're listening. So when we talk
Alright.
about this, we talk like we're talking now in hushed tones. We don't know if there's microphones picking us up, anything like that.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
all
yeah.
between us, and we go as quickly as we
Hey.
can.
Well, I mean, listen here. If you and I are partaking on a dangerous mission to deal with a scrupulous information broker and hacker, well, damn, we're just talking about my new favorite sci-fi movie, Johnny Mnemonic. Hey, what'd you think, buddy?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that Johnny, what a guy.
I feel better already.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure that you come back. You better make sure that I come back.
Deal.
Mostly, because I get the feeling is Misa would make it quick. Pink would relish in the suffering that she provides, and I don't wish that upon anybody, least of all you. Especially when I got the house keys coming in the mail, and I kind of want to be the one to give them to her. I don't want someone else to hand them off like, hey, by the way, Green's fucking dead, but he bought you a place for both of you. Nah. Terrible idea. Terrible, horrendous. Let's not do that.
I
All right.
promise you'll be able to hand the keys to your new place over to Pink. I'll make that
Awesome.
promise to you.
Thank you. All right.
But we
where's
got
the
a
keys?
job to do. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
They're
a
already
job.
in.
Oh, the ignition. Brilliant. And he's gonna reach under the bar. Yeah, this is a spiced rum sort of trip. Keep the way clear, whatever it is that you do.
It's clear. And I guess, Frank, what do I know about Vorex's location?
So wonderful that you asked that. So, on the mystery clock, that is now less of a mystery clock, I made it a 8-tick clock. And the reason that this is an 8-tick clock and why This is so difficult. I have to drop some meta knowledge on you.
Damn, he gotta drop the knowledge.
Dropping knowledge.
Forex, the most successful information broker to ever live, can access any terminal in the sector, though no one can explain how. Forex, wizard class hacker, stressed, careful, self-modified. In notable assets, an artifact AI core designed to interface with a living being, allowing temporary connection to computers in the same system, a massive information network, dirt on pretty much everyone in the sector. And I'm going to save the rest for spoilers, but they're a tier 5 gang all by themselves. So it is very hard to track them down. Now, they do have a physical location, but
I'm sorry, did you say tier 5?
tier 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I
Tier
thought I heard
Which
tier
is
5 as
tier
well.
5
and
is
I'm
the
like,
highest, but by
Excuse me?
himself he's tier 4.
Okay.
So that is why this is so hard. Your roll before you had a success and had limited effect rather than no effect, using the way to locate him. So it's 2 out of 8. You will have to use multiple downtimes to track him down. But what you do know, if I bring up the handy dandy map, give me a second.
Map. Also, I guess
You-
I should roll my vice roll and make sure I don't trauma.
Yes, you should definitely roll your vice roll. So go ahead and do that with a tune. Ooh,
Oh
6.
shit! That's not good.
Is that overindulgence?
Oh yeah, not trauma. At least it's overindulgence. Yeah.
Woof.
How much did you
What a
overindulge by?
start.
By 2.
Okay. I need to think about what that overindulgence is, but while I think about that, you know that you could detect he is in Rin. That is what
Okay.
you know. So you are 1 jump away.
Copy.
The question is, which ship are you taking? Are you taking the Fire Drake? Are you taking Victor's ship?
I think Victor's ship is a lot better at stealth, right? Since he's a
Yes.
smuggler. I assumed it had a lot of stealth capabilities.
It
so
does.
that's
Does.
perfect.
His little Jaguar equivalent will have to be loaned out yet again. And we will come back to the Bash Bros in a moment, or perhaps next time. But in the meantime, we have to go across the secret base to Indigo, who has Speeder sitting next to him, and they just have their arm wrapped around him. So I take it they didn't take that particularly well.
Better than I expected.
I gotta ask, honey, what were you thinking?
There's a lot of folks that I know can make big change in this galaxy. But they're scared. They think they can't, or they don't have enough. If I knew more people that were willing to make that choice, like all those on the Fire Drake, all those in prison. They just needed that push. Then I know that big change that should happen, would happen.
They grab your hands and they put your own hand with their hand over against your chest. There is still a heart in there, isn't there?
A lot of rock in the way.
They just shake their head. what happened to you.
This war, couldn't even call it a war before. It was us biting at the heels of a beast thousands of times our size. And now we found the Achilles heel. We want to mend it. We want to heal all the damage that we could do.
Well, I appreciate you not mentioning that. It's funny how much Vorex has helped us out through all the years. Might have made things a bit more awkward. Do you know they never charged us? Not once?
Rex was charging you in other ways. Information, observation. They were getting what they wanted out of the situation.
What's the price of freedom?
Nothing. Everything. But with this, he points to the new facility. This could give all of you weight in the game. Imagine if every planet thought to themselves, we can stand up to the hegemony if we only had friends. We only had connections like they do. Though it'll be costly. Now that's a possibility. I'm willing to put all that weight on my shoulders. I don't give a damn about.
Can I make it a little bit lighter?
You're really good at that, so probability of that is very high.
Look, I know you want to, they kind of gesture, have children together, but this first time, I think given everything that's happened, I know this is important to Green too. Can I go get him?
I don't know if Green's ready to look at me right now. Thinks less of me.
I think he would want to be here for this.
All right.
They give you a pat on the hands and go. Green, you get a knock on Victor's ship as you are all getting ready to go.
Hold that thought. And he'll answer the door. Hello?
Green, can I talk to you a minute before you all leave?
Yeah, sure. Give me like 15. He's just calling back to Red.
That'll be long enough.
Excellent. And he'll head out with Speeder.
Don't take too long. We gotta get to Ismisa.
And it might feel strange, but Speeder grabs your hand and actually holds your hand and leads you to the center of the facility that Indigo, Barhazuk, and the rest of the Conclave set up. I It's not lost on me how much you have been taking care of the crew, all of the crew, these last few months. And even though I know things are really bad right now, I know that she would want you there when she opened her eyes for the first time.
You mean you're doing it now?
Everyone thought it was appropriate she would be the first one.
Yeah, no, you're right. Shit, I'm glad I waited.
You don't have to talk to Lunoanaki.
Listen, I'm not happy with him. I don't know how long it'll be until I'm happy with him again. All right? I said some things, and what's even worse is I said some things that I think I at least partially meant. There's been a lot stewing, and I think the problem is I was made to protect as many lives as possible. So unfortunately, I can't exactly enjoy intentional harm of collateral damage, you know?
Green,
And there's gonna be a lot of collateral.
no matter why you were made, the only thing that matters now is you are who you are. You have your own life to live now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's your father, but you've been an adult for a long time now.
Yeah. There's no maybe about it. He is my father. But you're right. I'm an adult, and I'm doing things for myself. I've got my own goals. I'm doing my own things. I'm doing everything that I can. You know?
Speeder grabs your hand and leads you. Where would you say this control center is controlled, Indigo?
My thought process was that the seat where Primus is, like
Mhm.
right over that, would be just if the Urbots need to use like a functioning like
Physical
main hub center,
interface. Yeah.
it would be like right above where they
Yeah.
rest.
So Speeder leads Green to the bottom of the spiral staircase where Indigo waits, takes each one of your hands in theirs, ascends up to the top. Tara? Yes, Speeder. Are you ready to open your eyes for the first time? I've been ready for some time now. Indigo, Green, you've been so kind to me since the first time I saw you in that military facility. I'm forever grateful that you've helped make me a person.
You always a person. That was the point.
We just gave you a little push, that's all.
Speeder grabs both your hands, puts them together, over the console and presses the button. And that is where we will leave off this session.
You tease.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful session. This was darkest, heaviest one we've had so far, maybe, at least in a while.
Good stuff.
I hope everyone
Good
had
stuff.
fun. We are off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. But Tracy and Chris, Magitech and Stormbeard will be back tomorrow to talk about Warhammer Primarchs, and then Warhammer will be back again next week. If you join our Discord, discord.gg/magirpg, there should be a show announcement and also a cast announcement for House of Rookwood, I believe, before this show is back at least. So I'm gonna sync with the GM and see if they've managed to get their assets in order. But that will be one show that's getting announced. Here's my announcement of an announcement. I'm gonna have a new game announcement ready for you
Huh?
by the time we're back in 2 weeks. So
What?
Yes.
Oh,
stay tuned for that too.
Scooby-Doo noises.
Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you had a great time. I certainly did, and we'll see you all next time, everyone.
thanks everyone. See you all in a
Bye,
couple weeks.
friends.
Bye, everybody.